Some people play tennis or golf. Others like to hit a round ball with a long piece of wood. Why? It's human nature. It's exhilarating to compete in something you're good at. Now, Delia, Cole, and I, we're no different. It's just that our competition is a lot less conventional. For example, it doesn't take place on a court or field. There are no rules. And it usually begins when someone turns up dead.
Winslow.
Yes.
Okay, here's the situation. We're down by a run. We got a man on third with one out. What do? Don't help him, Charmaine.
Sorry, sir.
We, squeeze, sir?
Attaboy, Winslow. I'm proud of you. That's absolutely right.
Thank you, sir.
Pedro's gonna lay one down, and we're gonna have us a tie score. Winslow.
Sir.
A memo to myself.
Yes.
Tomorrow, I'll call the guy that handles my investments. I want to buy the Dodgers.
Yes, sir.
Very nice, Charmaine. But a new rule, okay? From now on, no shrubbery on the hot dogs.
Yes, sir.
Oh, will you look at that? You bums!
First thing I do when I own this team, I move them back to Brooklyn.
You tell me this man's name is Mr. Wizard?
That's right, Mr. Wizard. Now, you just pick any card. I'll call him up, and he'll tell you what card you picked.
2 of clubs.
Okay. Hello, is Mr. Wizard available? Tell him it's Delia Langtree. Mr. Wizard!
All right, Mr. Wizard. What card did I pick?
The 2 of clubs. And you can tell Miss Langtree that Mr. Wizard doesn't like taking calls during Dodger games.
That's remarkable.
Well, hello, boys. Pleasure as usual. You know, I hope you don't mind me mentioning this, but you guys are the motliest collection of creatures that I've ever seen. You know, and I've been to some carnivals. Anyway, the reason I call this little meeting is I got some great news. I solved the Greenberg case. I know you'd be thrilled. I'm here to tell you that I couldn't have done it without you. You guys are the best paid informants that this city has ever seen. I mean that. Ira, the information you gave me about Greenberg being a bigamist, well, after that, everything just fell right into place. And as usual, my good fortune is your good fortune. Now, I'm thinking maybe, extra $100 per man. We want the car.
Yeah, we want to crack at the car.
Look, you guys, you remember the last time 2 of you ended up in the bay?
That was then. And this is now.
Yeah, now there are 5 of us.
We want another go at it. This is a very special car, boys. Seriously. It's got all these built-in custom features you don't find anywhere else. Come on, Donovan. Cut the chatter. Okay, contestants. Pink slip is in the glove compartment. Any man who thinks he's capable of picking up those keys and driving away with the car gets to keep it. Anytime you're ready, gentlemen, but let's just try to keep it friendly. Yo, fellas, always remember, those who ignore history are doomed to repeat it. Now, I'll paraphrase.
James, shall I take this visit to mean you're not still angry with me?
I was never angry with you, grandfather. Just disappointed. I needed that money and you let me down.
It wasn't easy refusing you, James. But if I were to automatically underwrite this little crisis of yours, I'd be doing you a grave disservice.
So you said.
Whatever trouble you're in, you'll feel better about yourself if you deal with it on your own.
It's exactly what I've decided to do, grandfather. I read that piece about you in the Times. Must be gratifying after all these years to finally receive this recognition.
I was in business for years, made millions. But these paintings are the only things that have given me real satisfaction.
Well, shall we drink then to your good fortune, And mine?
Yours?
Yes, several appraisers have informed me that the paintings you've given me over the years are now worth quite a tidy sum. I've decided to sell them.
They're yours to do with as you wish.
Of course, the values will probably double, perhaps even triple when you're dead. And if it should be a particularly gruesome page 1 type death, well, God knows the price they'll bring. You know how people are. Cognac, still your drink, grandfather?
Hey, here's something interesting. Drug deal, possible double cross. 4 dead in Venice.
Please, something with a little imagination.
Here, front page stuff.
If it involves a congressman's mistress, I'm not interested.
What do you got against congressman's mistress?
They got the whole thing on videotape, for crying out loud.
What were they doing with the camera?
Apparently they were getting ready to catch Congressman Park taking some bribes when all hell broke loose.
You mean to tell me he just walked in and killed her? He didn't even take a look around the apartment?
It's a crime of passion.
I hate those.
Let's face it, you guys. The truly creative criminal does not come along every day. If we want something special, we're just going to have to wait.
This is 102, Charles. At scene of fire, 3 units standing by. Confirming 1 fatality at location. The resident, Andrew Wingate. No evidence of arson or foul play.
Beats fighting the rush hour traffic.
Okay, if in fact we conclude that there's been foul play...
Which I believe.
Which I don't. Which I'm not sure about. Then we've got ourselves a competition.
And the rules?
There are no rules.
Just wanted to make sure. Want to dance?
Delia.
Hey, nice tan. Your wife buy you sunlight?
What are you doing here?
Delia Langtree, private investigator in pursuit of a vicious criminal.
This is not a homicide. This is an accidental death.
Accidental? Oh. Well, that was easy. What, have you got a vacation coming up or something?
No vacation. Watch yourself, pal. Give me grief on this one, and old time's sake goes right out the window.
Elliot, how the hell are you? How's the good life treating you?
It's treating me good, Ernie.
Good.
Hey, can I see the,
Oh, sure. Hey, show Detective Taffel...
Hey.
Excuse me. Mr. Taffel the body, would you?
Thanks.
Okay. Still getting those headaches, huh?
It's incredible, isn't it, after all those years in homicide?
That body's not a pleasant sight. Doesn't bother me, though. Do you want to know how I do it?
Please.
Every corpse I see, I make believe it's my boss. Never fails. Even when they're barbecued like this, it doesn't bother me in the least.
I think I'm gonna get some fresh air.
So what do you think happened? Here we have a man who had too much to drink, lights up a cigarette in bed, falls asleep, tragedy.
Is that what you think happened?
It seems obvious.
How long you been a cop?
6 months.
Now, do you think the city spent 12 weeks of its time and $9,100 of its taxpayers' money to put you through police academy? Now, do you think that they did all that so that you can stand there and tell me what you think is obvious?
Who did you say you were again?
Do you know I can have you arrested for this?
For what?
For picking a police lieutenant's pocket.
Oh, you mean this pad belongs to you?
What's scratched on his belt? A 9?
Yeah, we got that.
Well?
Well, what?
What the hell's it doing there?
I don't know. Wake him up and ask him.
Ernie, come on.
Elliot, my friend, we have an accidental here. Don't make any trouble, all right?
Just how much of this did you get to read?
Not a word, I promise. So what's the deal with the 9 on the belt buckle?
9? On his belt buckle. You're absolutely sure it was a 9? Maybe I'll take just one more look.
The dead man left us a clue, Lieutenant. I would think even you could figure that out.
That's it. You're close there. You're very close. Now, I'm warning you. Stay out of my way and stay out of my pockets, understand?
Yes, sir. Lieutenant! Your car keys.
Hi, Sneed. Looking befuddled as usual.
Yeah, it's a great suit. Thank heavens for those clearance sales, huh?
Who are they, Lieutenant? The 3 PIs? Who are they?
About 5 years ago, the Callison case, the kidnapped heiress, remember it?
Sure, it was a big news story for weeks.
Remember who cracked it?
Uh-uh.
The FBI had its best men on the case, but in the end, it was solved by 3 Los Angeles police detectives.
Taffel, Langtree, and Donovan? The FBI must have been kind of embarrassed.
Embarrassed? If J. Edgar Hoover wasn't already dead, that would have killed him. On the other hand, Mr. Callison was very grateful. When he died, he mentioned them all in his will. Left them a bankload of shares in Callison International.
You're kidding.
Made them instant millionaires.
Wow.
The very next day, all 3 of them quit the force. Then about a year later, they start to have these damn competitions.
Competitions?
Competitions.
You see, we're not your typical trio of detectives.
Now, you see, when we take on a case, we actually compete against each other to see who can solve it first.
We not only match wits with the criminals,
But with each other as well.
why do we do it?
Some people play tennis.
You trying to break my concentration?
Any card at all. Pick 10 of diamonds.
Nope. Sorry.
Oh, you want to look in your breast pocket? Oops, did I say your breast pocket? I meant your right side pocket. To coin a phrase, ta-da.
I know how you did it.
Oh, you do you?
You obviously planted that 8 of spades on me earlier.
Obviously. How would I know you'd pick the 8 of spades?
Because every card in that deck is an 8 of spades.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh.
There are times when I despise you.
I switched the decks while you were watching the dove fly out of your pocket. It's called misdirection, Elliot, and you fall for it every time.
You'll be back.
Don't count on it.
Come on, Easler. You've been a mob trigger since you were a teenager. Killing's all you know.
I didn't say I wasn't gonna kill again. I just don't plan on getting caught.
Easler, you planned on getting caught last time, did you?
Hey, Easler, it's me, James Wingate. Get in the car.
Good news, madam. I've managed to track down someone willing to hire you and your associates to investigate the Wingate murder.
Who?
Clara Wingate, third cousin from Eugene, Oregon.
She's willing to pay our standard fee?
Yes, madam. $1.
Excellent. Can't investigate a crime without a client, can you, gentlemen? Let's sit down. Come on.
Toshi, I'd like an iced tea, please.
Very good, madam. Mr. Capo?
Beer. Domestic.
Sir.
6 ice cubes in a box of ding-dongs.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Surprise me.
Well, shall we proceed with the wagering?
Okay, but brace yourselves. Every time we do this, the stakes get higher and higher. What?
I thought Cole and I made ourselves very clear. If you lose the competition, you have to give up your collection of Roberto Clemente baseball cards.
Why don't you just take my right arm?
It's too messy.
Thanks for the offer, but we'll take the cards.
Okay, come on. Your turn.
That's incredible. I have seen him less angry when he's been shot at.
If I lose the competition, I have to reveal the secret of the Langtree special.
The greatest card trick ever.
The same one that has been driving us crazy for years now.
Wait a minute, guys. This is not just any card trick. This was created by my grandfather, the amazing Langtree, and has been passed down from generation to
Delia,
generation.
cut it out, will you? Your grandfather owned a fruit stand in Jersey.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. He had to get out of the business because Houdini kept stealing all his best stuff.
Okay, it's my turn. Time, isn't it?
Go ahead.
This is out of the question.
If you lose, you gotta tell Lieutenant Sneed he's a better cop than you ever were.
This is out of the question. You could stick a knife in my ribs, it would still be out of the question. It's out of the question!
We were surprised.
He took it a lot better than we thought he would.
Back when we were cops, Cole and Sneed, their paths crossed all the time.
And no two styles were ever more dissimilar.
Sneed is a sort of by-the-book kind of guy.
Cole, on the other hand, is,
He sure is.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love the guy like the brother I never had.
Oh, so do I, and I have a brother.
It's just that frankly, there can be times when Cole can be a bit,
Overzealous?
overzealous.
How many times I gotta tell you? I own this sidewalk. And if you're gonna sleep here, it's gonna cost you $4 a night. You hear me, you pig? Do you hear me?
Donovan!
Sweetie, long time no see.
Let me show, man. I don't want no trouble.
Why would I want to cause trouble? You're one of my favorite canaries, huh?
Please, Donovan, I'm scared of heights.
Don't worry about it. You could be back on the first floor before you know it.
Ow!
You lied to me, Tweety Pie. You remember 2 weeks ago? The Greenberg case?
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about.
You gave me false information!
Come on, Donovan, I needed the money, man. And you know how it is.
What is this? It's the 6th floor.
No!
Now I'm working on a new case, Tweety Pie. It's the Wingate murder case.
That was the painter guy.
That's right, and I want to see if you can find out if he had any extracurricular activities like drugs or hookers or something like that.
Good, no problem, man.
Okay.
How much? This one's on me, Donovan.
What are you doing? Are you crazy?
I want that money, James. And if I don't get it, one of us is gonna have a real lousy week.
Yeah, well, what if I told you I was getting tired of these threats, huh?
You know, I'm real surprised you still have this, you know? I threw my copy out a long time ago.
James Wingate?
Yeah?
Elliot Taffel. We spoke earlier on the phone.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hey, thanks for seeing me.
Sure.
Hey, was that Kyle Banks that just left your office?
Yeah. I used to be his agent.
No kidding. Man, that son of a gun could pitch. Had a slider, looked like it was falling right off a table.
Yeah, he was a valuable property. I was lucky to handle him.
I think your grandfather was murdered.
See, I have a problem with this accidental death theory. According to the coroner, your grandfather consumed close to a quart of liquor the night he died.
Yeah, well, the man loved his cognac.
And maybe a while ago. Did you know he had a peptic ulcer?
He what?
Yeah, I just talked to his doctor about it. Apparently he diagnosed it about 6 months ago.
He never said a word.
My dad had one of those. And take it from me, guys in that condition would rather not drink a quart of liquor.
Yeah. Yeah, I see your point.
You suppose someone forced your grandfather to drink that liquor to make his death look like it was an accident.
Yeah, but who? Or why?
I don't know. But Lieutenant Sneed's men found tire tracks outside your grandfather's retreat. Oh, I sure would like to talk to the person that owns the car that made those tracks.
Worked the streets today, did you?
Yeah, I went to the dentist.
Why don't I believe you?
I don't know, Elliot. Why don't you?
You look like the cat who swallowed the canary.
You must be psychic. Put your seatbelt on.
Why?
Oh, so that when I slam down on the brakes, you don't go flying through the windshield.
What are you talking about?
Oh, just something a little, strange about the guy driving behind us.
Yeah? Like what?
Well, it's 80 degrees out and he's wearing a ski mask.
Why does this always happen after I've had a big meal?
What are you doing?
Calling for assistance.
Come on, he's mine.
Yours? Yours? Where am I? Home watching this on TV? Now this makes sense. It really does. For 35 years, I'm dirt poor. Now I got money and I'm gonna die. Oh, somewhere someone's got a great sense of humor. Get them! I can't see! Get him off the front!
Heard you can get a real good deal on a trade in here.
Which led to the arrest of an apparently shocked Rochelle Wingate for the September 3rd slaying of her husband, artist and entrepreneur Andrew Wingate. While the cause of death was first thought to be accidental, new evidence has forced the police to reassess their findings and arrest Rochelle Wingate.
The coroner's exam showed small fragments of glass in the victim's mouth. Also minor abrasions along the gums and lips.
And this indicates what?
That the victim may have been physically forced to drink from a bottle of alcohol, and that the entire accident might well have been staged.
What is it that led to the arrest of Mrs. Wingate?
Well, we discovered fresh tire tracks in the mud alongside the house. These tracks matched up exactly with those from the tires of Mrs. Wingate's Rolls Royce. This contradicts her original claim that she hadn't left their Marina townhouse all evening.
The policeman told me I shouldn't talk to you.
No kidding. Well, they're the ones who've arrested you, and I think you didn't do it, so maybe they're the ones you shouldn't be talking to.
Well, they'd insist, I'm afraid.
You say you were alone in your townhouse all that evening?
Not the strongest alibi, is it?
Well, alibis are a funny thing. The weaker they are, the better I like them. I mean, you're a bright lady. If you really killed your husband, there'd be at least 60 guys swearing you were mud wrestling at the time of the murder. Let's talk about your car. The one that likes leaving tire tracks in the mud.
Well, it must have been stolen.
To set you up?
Maybe.
I have a problem at this point. I'll try and follow. Whoever did this had to feel certain that he or she could steal your car, commit the murder, and bring it back without you realizing it had been taken. Now, if you were really in your townhouse all that night...
I was.
You could have come down any time and found your car missing. No, you went somewhere. Somewhere our killer was certain you'd be for the entire evening.
Could we not talk about this right now?
You're protecting someone, maybe some guy?
I can't.
He's the only alibi you've got.
He has a wife.
Terrific. They can come down to the courthouse together and watch you get sentenced to the gas chamber.
What a surprise. What are you doing here?
Oh, you know, in the neighborhood.
Just in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I thought I'd drop by, relax, take in an exhibit.
Got some good ones here, do they?
Oh, yeah. In the West Wing, Van Gogh, the Renaissance piece.
Van Gogh wasn't a Renaissance painter, you idiot.
Really? Oh, see, that's exactly why I gotta start spending more time in places like this. If I'd been talking with somebody I respected, I'd have made a real fool of myself.
Listen, I'm not doing anything. Maybe I'll just sort of come along and take a look around.
Look. It's not that I don't thoroughly enjoy your company, but it's been a long day and I'd rather be alone.
Can't outrun me, Elliot. I know I can. I just remembered. It's a good effort, though. Now, why don't you just tell me who it is that you're here to see? Listen, if I promise to share my information with you, will you let me go in and talk to the guy by myself? The two of us might intimidate him, especially when one of us is you. I'm not gonna fall for that. Come on, Elliot. You're not getting any faster, you know that? And I'm not getting any slower.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Cole and I met Delia about 11 years ago. I remember I fell in love with her immediately, but not Cole, huh? It took him a full 30 seconds. Yeah, Delia. She's beautiful, bright, fun, passionate, and she can con the rattle right off a snake.
May I help you?
I certainly hope so. I should like to meet with Monsieur Brown, s'il vous plaît.
Do you have an appointment?
Mon Dieu, this preoccupation you Americans have with appointments.
No, huh? He's really jammed up here. We're looking at a week from Friday.
Why, then I shall be back home in France.
Sorry. Would you like to leave a card? Sometimes people do cancel.
Very well. Good day.
Madame! Madame Roger! Madame Roger.
Change our mind, have we?
That's right.
I love Californians. So unpredictable.
Don't move. Oui.
Madame. What an honor.
Oh, no, monsieur. It is I who is honored. The Westview Museum enjoys an international reputation as America's finest.
But what about the Guggenheim?
Oh, pretentious and dull, monsieur.
Really?
Monsieur, I have come to your city to do a piece on one of your competitors, the Museum of Modern Art. But given the sudden curiosity, my editors would now prefer a story on Andrew Wingate. And since you have the definitive collection of his works on exhibit, I was hoping for an interview with you, monsieur.
An interview with me? Well, Marjorie, how's the day?
Wall to wall, but nothing urgent.
Oh, no, monsieur. Please, do not rearrange your schedule for me. We shall talk some other time. Excuse me, the Museum of Modern Art. I take Fairfax to Wilshire, no?
No, there's no need for that. Marge, coffee.
That's right. Rochelle was with me the night of the murder.
And you're willing to tell that to the cops?
Well, at this point, I doubt that I have any other choice.
Excuse me for asking, but how long have you two been lovers?
Since January 18th, 1981. Okay. Excuse me, please.
How long have you known Andrew?
I've been his art broker for 11 years.
Art broker? What exactly is that?
It's quite simple. After he paints them, I sell them.
Just breathtaking. It's so rare to find an artist with such a stark vision of our society. Don't you agree?
Well, it's absolutely true. Frequently, thank you. When an artist dies, the value of his paintings goes up.
How frequently?
Mr. Taffer?
Yeah?
I've been in business many years, and if there's anything that I've learned, it's that death means profits. Thank you.
Mrs. Wingate tells me you've sold over 60 paintings for her husband.
That's true.
Have you sold an inordinate number of paintings to any one person in particular? I'm looking for somebody who really stands to make a buck out of this.
Let's see, there's the Carnegie Museum. They have 11 or 12 Wingates. Then there's Durwood Leifer. He's a private collector in Boston. He's got maybe 10, but I doubt if he...
Right.
Would you mind?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. Then, of course, there's the ones on exhibit in the other room. His favorites, the ones he'd never sell. Certainly not number 1, number 9, and number 15.
Number 9?
Number 9?
Oh, it was an eccentricity of his. He numbered each new work and then placed the number somewhere in the painting. He claimed he did it for the historians so they could monitor his progress as his style and talent developed.
I see. Monsieur, one final question, please. Painting number 9, could you describe it to me, please?
Ah, hi. How'd you do?
Ah, it came up empty.
Yeah. How about you?
Ooh, struck out.
Yeah, dry as a bone.
My tire's flat!
So's mine. Had to be cold, right?
Do you have a spare?
What?
Here, get mine out of the trunk. I'll be right back.
Let me speak to Sergeant Feinstein in traffic. Hi, Barbara. Elliot. Listen, I need a favor. There's a blue Cadillac heading west on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Usually not this bold. But you sure are one fine young looking lady, and I was wondering if I could buy a drink.
Can't. I'm about to crack a murder.
That's a new one.
Sure get around, don't you, lady?
Yeah.
All right, I just got upstairs.
Well, it was
Remain back of the yellow barricade.
move back.
How are you coming, Chuck?
Pretty much got all I need. Okay, Delia, what are you trying to pull?
This competition is not over. The mystery is not solved.
Oh, yes, it is. I solved it. Wingate murdered Wingate, and then Wingate murdered Wingate.
No, I don't think Rochelle shot James.
I don't either. I don't feel it. She had the gun in her hand.
What was your motive?
The gun was in her hand. All right, look, maybe she realized that James had set her up.
How could she have figured that out? We didn't figure that out till 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, we need more proof.
But the gun was in her. Okay. Fine. You want more proof? Too bad James Wingate wasn't in Congress. We could have gotten the whole thing on videotape.
Attaboy, Elliot, you hold on to that sense of humor.
You are looking at a bulldog, you understand? And this case is a piece of meat between my teeth.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
You know what happens when you try taking meat away from a bulldog?
You're a good sport, and you did find Andrew Wingate's killer. I think that he deserves some sort of a consolation prize.
How about a dog yummy?
That's about it for me, so see you back there. I don't guess Rochelle, did you do it because he killed your husband and then framed you for his murder? Out like a light. Okay. Maybe she didn't do it. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe. Out like a light. She didn't do it. I was wrong, definitely. I don't believe this. This is nuts. The gun was in her hand. Oh, and don't forget, there was only me and her in the room. So if she didn't do it, then I guess I did. Out like a light.
She won't be happy till she knocks off the whole family.
Sneed, first of all, Rochelle did not kill Andrew Wingate. She has an alibi.
Is that right? Then who did?
James Wingate.
You're crazy.
Oh, yeah? Well, hold on to your hat, because Rochelle didn't kill James Wingate either.
Taffel, you walked in on her. She was holding a gun.
You're wearing a badge. That doesn't make you a detective.
Look, smart guy, if I have to, I'll throw you, Chico, and Harpo in jail on obstruction charges.
Oh, you do that. Within 24 hours, I'll have a dozen of the top lawyers in the country breathing down your neck. I will personally bring you up on false arrest charges, malicious prosecution charges, and any other little goodies we can come up with. I will then make some calls to some friends in the media who will bring so much heat down on your department, it'll make the Knapp Commission look like a Shriners convention. I am the last guy, Sneed, that you want to mess with. I'm really going to enjoy making a bozo out of you on this one.
Look at Sneed. He's speechless.
Beautiful, Elliot. Really nice.
Thanks. Now, would you mind telling me why she had the gun in her hand?
I don't know. Maybe it was lying next to the body when she arrived.
Why did she pick it up?
Now, that's a good question, Elliot, and here's a better one. Who left that gun there in the first place?
There was a bizarre twist today in the Andrew Wingate murder case. His grandson, sports agent James Wingate, was found shot to death in his Brentwood home. Wingate, whose clients have included Lanny Novak, Kyle Banks, and other major sports personalities.
Well, where are you going?
You can't just leave like this.
Look, it is only a matter of time before the cops find out what I did.
Well, if they ask me questions, what am I supposed to tell them?
Anything except the truth.
Steve!
Delia, you look marvelous. What are you doing here?
I need a favor.
What, now? The team bus is ready to go to the stadium. We got a game in a few hours.
Well, we can talk on the way over. It's all right with you.
Twist my arm. Oh, on one condition.
What?
Remember that time we called that guy Mr. Wizard?
Yeah, here. Oh, yeah. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be Mr. Wizard. Let's say the person you're pulling this on has picked the 7 of diamonds.
Oh, jeez. All right, the phone rings, right?
Hello?
Hello, is Mr. Wizard available?
Clubs, hearts, diamonds.
Tell him it's Steve Tyler.
Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mr. Wizard.
Hello, this is Mr. Wizard. Let's see, the card you chose is the 7 of diamonds.
That's good. That's good. Okay, Delia, now it's your turn. You said something about needing a favor.
Yeah.
Hello. Boy, this is really something. Where I grew up, if anybody talked about building a swimming pool on top of the roof, they'd think he was crazy.
You look as though you didn't expect to find one here either.
Oh, I didn't come by to swim. To tell you the truth, I don't even know how. Give me a fire hydrant and a monkey wrench and I'll show you how to stay cool on a hot day.
You really used to do that?
Dodging trucks and getting sprayed. Great times. My name's Elliot Taffel.
Vicky Janis.
I wonder if I might ask you a few questions.
And just when I was starting to like you.
I've no trouble talking to a beautiful woman. She's wearing a dress. Jeans and a sweater, absolutely no problem. But take that beautiful woman and put her in a string bikini.
The man crumbles.
And now wait a second.
Falls to pieces. You should see him on a beach. It's a riot.
He's exaggerating.
Oh, really? How about last summer at Catalina? The twins. From Boston.
He's right, I crumble. But only in social situations. When I'm on the job, it's completely different. I'm in my element, and I'm totally in control. Hello again.
You don't give up, do you?
That's one of my noblest qualities.
Well, I'm sorry that you've gotten your clothes wet because I can't help you.
I think you can. I think if James confided in anyone, it would have been his fiancée.
What are you, a cop or something? No, that's impossible. A reporter?
Private detective. Hey.
It's possible that some of James Wingate's business associates, specifically some of his clients, might be involved somehow.
All right, I'm with you.
No, I want to try to pass myself off as a sports agent, someone who's interested in signing those ball players.
Dealer, all the players know the top agents. How are you going to convince someone to sign with you if they've never heard of you?
Well, actually, that's where you come in. Steve, I know I hate to ask you this favor, I really do, but James Wingate is dead, an innocent woman is in jail, and the real murderer's running around thinking he's gotten away with something. That just makes me want to scream. Please help me.
Say, you think we could move back down to the shallow end?
I like it here.
You do? Uh-huh. But see, I don't know how to swim.
So you said.
Yeah, and I find it really unnerving being up to my neck in water. To tell you the truth, I don't even like taking baths.
All right, let me get straight to the point. You ever hear of Pro League Incorporated, a professional consulting firm?
What about them?
Well, according to Sam Marcus, you know that name?
He was one of Jamie's accountants.
Yeah, Jamie was paying Pro League a fee of $20,000 a month.
He must have had his reasons.
You think? Because if it was me, for that kind of bread, I'd expect tomorrow's winners.
Just what are you getting at, Mr. Taffel?
Pro League Incorporated, there's no such firm. It's just a checking account at a small Simi Valley bank. And the man who opened that account was James Wingate. You knew?
I knew.
Listen, you think maybe we could get out of here and talk about it before one of us makes a mistake and gets it over his head?
Hey, Steve. Yeah, what was that all about?
That woman I was just talking to you? That's Delia Langtree, a new agent. She just renegotiated my contract. Got me a real sweet deal.
$500,000 a year?
No. Wingate never talked about getting me that kind of money.
That's because the man wasn't willing to fight for his clients. Excuse me. Now, I've been making some calls around town. Strictly on the QT, you understand? And it seems that the Orioles are desperately in need of a left-handed relief pitcher.
Yeah, that's right. You know, there was a big story about that this week in Sports Illustrated.
Oh, really, was it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think with the right representation, you could get yourself a real sweet deal.
Yeah, I've always done real well against the Orioles. But $500,000 a year?
I tell you what I'm gonna do. And I do this only out of respect for you. I get you 1 penny less, I don't take a commission.
Really?
Well, maybe I'll let you take me out to dinner or something, but that's it.
That's quite an offer.
Yes, it is.
Did you really get Tyler $3 million a year for 3 years?
Now, that's just a rumor. Don't you believe a thing until you read it in the papers.
Hey, the court just sent me that the file that Jamie kept on me with old contracts, financial records. I suppose you'll need to take a look at it? Yeah? Well, hello, Donovan.
Mr. Avalon.
It's been a long time. Boys, I'd like you to meet Cole Donovan. If it weren't for him, I'd be in jail right now. Well, say hello.
Hello.
Seven years ago, the cops came after me for the Al Mardigian shooting. And you want to know something? They had me, too. Cold. But good old Donovan here screwed up on some little procedural thing when he arrested me. They had to let me go.
Well, that was very nice of him, Mr. Avalon.
Oh, yeah, and I've always been very grateful. You know, Donovan, to this day, every time I see a badge, I think of you.
That's funny. Because every time I see something crawl up under a rock, I think of you.
Why have you come to see me, Donovan, huh? Is it something important or are you just being nostalgic?
James Wingate.
Wingate? You flatter me. I don't control everything that goes on in this town.
You know, you can learn a lot about a guy from his phone bill. 818-555-4357. That is your number, isn't it?
So what? So I know Wingate. I know lots of baseball people.
Well, 3 weeks ago, he called you over 14 times in a 4-day period.
I remember. I know what he wanted. I kept telling Marty to put him off.
14 times in 4 days. Must have been pretty important.
He was broke. He needed a loan. I refused.
Well, you still know how to play it cool, don't you?
Easy, Donovan. You're starting to see things that aren't there.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe we'll just shake a few trees and see what comes falling out.
Why don't you go home, relax, and enjoy your money?
You can't do that, can you, Donovan?
Huh?
For passions of men, no halt foreseen, or twigs before a flood. Narcotics all, like quicksilver, go racing through the blood.
Who said that?
Forget it, Marty. It was before your time.
What's it mean?
Well, it means that our friend Donovan here worked the streets a lot of years. And it's exciting there. Everything you do counts. Now, rich or not, it's almost impossible to walk away. Accurate?
Even snakes have their moments.
You want me to ask him to leave, Mr. Avalon?
Yes, Marty. I think so.
Oh, I just got one more question for you.
Yes?
Do you provide medical insurance for your employees? Avalon, this time when I come to get you, there won't be any slip-ups.
All right, Elliot, what's going on?
What?
You've had a sickeningly smug expression on your face all evening. I assume there's a reason.
It's one of three things. Either he met a girl, or the Dodgers traded for a left-handed hitting catcher.
I think I know why James Wingate killed his grandfather.
Or that.
And, if I'm right, I'll have a good idea why he was killed, too.
He killed his grandfather because he needed the money.
Now, why would a guy with such a large income need money?
Oh, the world is full of big spenders.
I have reason to believe that James Wingate was more than just a big spender, but I'm not clear on a few things. I still need another piece of the puzzle. If either of you two has anything, I'd be willing to trade.
Wait a second. Isn't this against the rules?
There are no rules.
Yeah, but how do we know we're not just feeding each other a big pack of lies?
Okay, then let's agree that whenever we trade information, it has to be on the level.
Yeah.
But you just said there were no rules.
Which means there's no rule against making this rule. We can call it Catch-22.
Hey, there is a precedent, you know. Last year, the golf course murders.
Oh, sure, I remember. You threw me out of the room while you two traded. Forget it.
Okay, Cole, I'll tell you what. I'll give you first crack at it.
It's fine with me.
Fair enough. Now, what if I were to tell you that James Wingate was a contract hit?
I'd be interested.
And that I know who took out the contract.
I'd be very interested.
And his name is Jack Avalon.
How did you find that out?
You and his goons had yourself a little tag team match today, didn't you?
You knew about that, huh?
Are you kidding? They're already writing songs about it.
Do you have any proof?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. Well, that's good enough for me. Delia, get the DA on the phone.
Hold on. Wait a second.
I have some dirt on James Wingate you might be able to use.
It's a deal.
Just like that, huh?
Cole, great seeing you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by.
No, not again.
Sorry, but Delia and I have business to discuss.
Please
Goodbye,
don't
Cole.
do this to me. I'm going to be up all night trying to figure out what you two are saying to each other.
Goodbye, Cole.
Wait a second. I got an idea. How about this? Next bit of information I get, I give it to you gratis.
Goodbye,
Cole.
Penelope kept asking me about this girl, so finally, against my better judgment, I fixed Cole up with Wendy Gaynor, my best friend in the whole world. So she calls me up right after they date to tell me that Cole is the least desirable man she's ever met.
What?
Goodbye, Cole!
According to his friends, about 6 months ago, James Wingate started acting funny. He became tense, withdrawn. He was being blackmailed.
Beautiful.
And we're talking big bucks here. That's why he had to pay it out via Pro League Incorporated, his bogus consulting firm.
I'm impressed.
But here's my problem. His fiancée knew he was being squeezed, but she didn't know why.
Which is where I come in. Brace yourself, Elliot. You're not going to like this. You remember when the Los Angeles Knights played in the league championships? Well, James Wingate tried to fix those games.
What?
The operative word here is tried. He did not pull it off.
Lousy punk.
About a month before the games, 6 ball players, all clients of Wingate's, pulled out large sums of money from the bank, presumably to bet. They also rented safety deposit boxes. What better place to hide hundreds of $1,000s in winnings?
I took my nephew to game 4. By the end of the day, we both had sore throats from cheering.
2 of those players are retired. 4 are still active.
How'd you get all this?
It wasn't easy.
I hate to have to say it, but Cole may be right. The idea to fix those games could easily have come from Avalon.
Avalon's not a blackmailer. He doesn't need the money. No, one of those 6 ball players is the blackmailer. You find him. You find the man who murdered James Wingate.
Andy Novak?
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder if I might ask you 1 or 2 questions.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm not giving any interviews today.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. I was really hoping we could talk about the year the Knights got into the league championship.
That was a long time ago.
And to you, maybe. To me, it was like yesterday. But that's the way I am. When it comes to baseball, I got a great memory.
Yeah, huh? Well, that's real interesting, buddy. I'm glad you told me that.
I'll always remember Maris's 61st homer, the Miracle Mets, Koufax's no-hitters, and my fondest memory of all, Roberto Clementi's 3,000th hit. Last one he ever got. Remember Clementi?
Yeah, sure.
Died trying to fly food to hungry kids in Central America.
I'm sorry, buddy. Is there some kind of point you're trying to make?
Just that Clementi was as fine a man as he was an athlete. And that some players who put on uniforms don't deserve to be mentioned in the same breath.
What paper you say you were from?
I'm not a sports writer. My name's Elliot Taffel. I'm a private investigator. Hey, tell me if you think I'm out of line, but could I try that?
Yeah, be my guest.
Hey, if anyone asks, just tell them I'm a prospect.
Yeah. Andy, toss a few to my friend, will you?
Just like old times. I always loved the game, but couldn't hit a lick.
The more you weight on your back leg.
Oh, what do you know? Could have used you 20 years ago. I think I'll quit while I'm ahead. Yeah, thanks a lot. That was a real thrill. I know what you did, Lanny. I know that you tried to fix those games.
Oh, wait a second, buddy. You don't know
And
what
while
you're
I think it stinks, it's not why I'm here. A man's been killed and I want some answers.
It wasn't me.
Maybe Kyle Banks.
Lieutenant Sneed tells me his men picked you up at the airport. He said you were blackmailing James Wingate.
I was, but I didn't kill him.
I'd like to take your word for it, Kyle, but as a blackmailer, you have certain credibility problems.
Why did he pay you in the first place? In order to expose him, you'd had to implicate yourself.
I was sure James would never let it get that far. See, he had a lot more to lose, and we both knew it.
So you were bluffing.
Look, I was desperate.
His fiancée told a friend of mine he planned to cut you off.
That's what he told me the last time I saw him.
So you killed him.
That's when he sent someone to kill me.
Mr. Avalon gave me the afternoon off. Want to catch Indiana Jones at the Palace?
Nah, I just took my kid to see it. I hated it. Too violent.
Marty, it's that call you've been waiting for. Hold on. I'm going to stop the tape machine. Don't want this conversation recorded. Hello? Yeah. No, it's set for Friday. He'll be walking through the door precisely at 7. And you better be ready, because we won't be getting any second chances. One more thing. Eddie Green is coming in from Chicago. That's what I told him. But he says he's been planning this for a long time. And he wants to see the look on Avalon's face when he gets his revenge.
It's Dad. I'm calling to remind you that Tuesday will be exactly 1 year since you forgot your mother's birthday. Do not force me to live through that again. Donovan, it's Dusty. What's this I hear about Taffel trying to buy the Dodgers? Tell him I'll take my box right behind third base.
Elliot here. Want to know why the gun was in Rochelle's hand? She told Sneed she picked it up because she was scared James Wingate's killer was still in the house.
Easler.
Can you believe that?
It was Easler, Elliot. And it was Easler that came after us a couple of days ago.
Hey, wait a minute. Where are you going?
Brazil. Hey, what are you, crazy? You got glass in your shoulder. Go to the hospital.
You're kidding about Brazil, right? You're kidding about Brazil, huh?
Easler's an animal.
Well, come on. What's the problem? We sent him away once. We can do it again.
I wish you the best of luck. Write me and let me know how it turns out.
Elliot.
I'll be at the Buenos Aires Holiday Inn.
It's in Argentina.
What?
Buenos Aires isn't in Brazil. It's in Argentina.
Thank you very much. I'll always remember you as having been an educated man.
You can't run away.
Oh, yeah? Why not?
Heroes don't run away.
I am not a hero.
5 years ago, the Times said you were a hero.
I am not a hero. I'm just a guy with a voice in my head that's telling me to get out of town.
The mob is going to kill Jack Avalon.
How do you know that?
7 o'clock tonight, Eddie Green took out the contract.
And you think that Easler's the trigger? Well, why would he risk the whole thing by coming after us?
To get even. He swore that he would. Now, look, he may be in town to kill Avalon, but he's sure got time for 3 old friends.
We gotta find Delia.
I thought you said you were on your way to Brazil.
Hey, I never ran away from anything in my life. Look, I don't know about this hero stuff. But a man's entitled to get scared every once in a while.
Even the best of men, Elliot.
Come on, let's go catch us an animal.
Hey, listen up, you guys. I'm worried about this Cole Donovan. You know, he has a knack of showing up at the wrong time.
What do you want us to do?
Well, I want you to get in your cars and find him and stick with him. And if he starts heading this way, do what you gotta.
That's right, D. Mike Easler. We're not sure, but he may be here to take out Avalon. Okay. How can you sleep at a time like this? I slept engineering and I can sleep now. I suppose Avalon did try to fix those games, and he didn't tell his bosses about it. Now, what if he did it on his own? And then a few years later, there's a blackmail attempt. Yeah, and the big shots find out about it. That makes them very unhappy. They decide to ice Mr. Avalon. Yeah, but how'd they find out about it? The blackmailer? No, the blackmailing? Look, Wingate gets tired of paying, so he calls Avalon for help. He calls him 14 times, in fact. Finally, Avalon refuses, so Wingate decides to go over his head. Avalon finds out and has Wingate killed. Hey, isn't that your friend? Oh! Pardon me. Boy, are you stupid. I can't believe it.
Yeah, well, can't we ever have a conversation on the first floor, huh?
Well, you're the one who keeps coming up here all the time. Next time, you use a little imagination. Yeah, listen, I try the park. Lots of trees to hide behind. That's an excellent idea. You say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, I've been expecting to hear from you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well, what? The second time that you've done this to me. Now, my feelings are starting to get hurt.
Well, I ain't heard nothing, Donovan. Nothing about nothing.
You pig! I can always tell when you're lying to me. Excuse me. This is getting us nowhere. What? I think you owe Tweety Pie an apology. You know this routine he does where he threatens to throw you off the building?
Routine?
I have worked with this guy for 15 years, and no one has hit the concrete yet. What are you doing? What do you gotta be such a tough guy for? Can't you just talk to a person? This is not a person. This is a building. May I? Mr. Tweety Pie, I wonder if you'd mind...
Jerome.
Jerome? I wonder if you'd mind answering just a few questions.
Sure, I'll talk to you, but not to him.
Okay. Can you just tell me, what's the word on the street about Easler?
I can't tell you that.
You lousy monster. I'll throw you up here myself! They'll be scooping you up with a shovel!
Okay, all right. He was brought in to kill someone, but I swear I don't know who. I don't know who.
I'm telling you, there's a surprise party waiting for Avalon back at his house. He doesn't believe it. I'll forget it, Cole. I am not risking my life to save Jack Avalon. Hello? What? Toshi, calm down. Oh, no. That was Delia's butler. She's on her way to Avalon's. Damn. Now, what's the one thing that I could tell you that would make things worse? They've made it. Let's go get them. I'm calling the cops. Hold on. I'm calling the cops. One move. Let me try one move. One move? One move, I promise. One move. They'll be out of our lives.
He's crazy. Look out.
One move.
That's Avalon's house.
Let's go.
Hello. It's for you.
Hello?
A message for Miss Langtry. It's called a misdirection, Elliot, and you fall for it every time. Isla's mine.
Don't you just love it?
You heard me, Isler. I said we agreed to pay. No, Tonight. No, we want to get this over with. Anywhere you say. Oh, well, that's very appropriate. At the stadium at 9 o'clock tonight. We'll be behind the first base dugout.
Okay, boys. I'll take it from here.
He's a jolly good fellow. You guys know I can't stand that. Toast. Wait a second. Looks like someone was drunk when they made up the guest list.
Yeah, well, we had reason to believe that Eddie Green took out a contract on your life.
And that you were going to be murdered tonight. Thank you very much.
For what?
For humiliating me in front of the entire underworld.
Hey, alleged underworld.
Wait a second now. This is crazy. You told some guy to be ready by 7 o'clock because he wasn't going to be getting any second chances.
How did you hear that?
Naughty. You know, Donovan, if it wasn't for the fact that I'd be telling this story till the last day of my life, I'd be very angry right now.
I was talking to Bobby D, the accordion player. He was going to play For He's a Jolly Good Fellow, and we all yelled, surprise!
But you guys really screwed that up, didn't you?
I think we should go now.
Wait a second. You said that Eddie Green wanted revenge.
Right. Jack Avalon threw a surprise party for me last year.
So that means you didn't hire Mike Isler to kill him. Hmm?
Isler? Is that not out?
You didn't fix those games, did you?
Donovan, I couldn't have asked for a better birthday present.
Let's get out of here.
Wait a second.
I want to get out of here. Leaving so soon? Why don't you stay for some cake?
No thanks. After what we've just eaten, I'm not hungry anymore.
Toodaloo. Yeah,
Head for Delia's.
Now, if Cole or Elliot call, you don't know a thing, all right?
Listen, maybe we ought to call the cops. I mean, it isn't a game to them, you know?
Right, it's a job. Listen, friend, in half an hour, I'm going to go meet someone who'd like nothing better than to put a bullet through my head and then grab a late snack. In the last year, me and my friends have been shot at, crashed into, and punched out. Last month, someone put a bomb in Elliot's bedroom. Now, if you really think that all we care about is winning a game, yeah, maybe you better call the cops.
You'll never guess who's on the other side of that door.
Lanny Novak.
Huh. Did he tell you where Dee went?
Nah, she swore him to secrecy. You wouldn't even let me in.
stadium. Easler, 9 o'clock.
We'll never get there by then.
There's always Delia's helicopter.
Yeah, but I don't know how to fly that thing.
I do.
You?
I flew in Da Nang. I can fly now.
I thought you slept in Da Nang. What do you got back here?
Easler has an assault rifle. He may have it with him.
So?
You remember Buffy?
You don't happen to have any grenades in there, do you?
No, Elliot. Grenades are illegal. You know that.
Don't move.
Don't you just hate blind dates?
There's a riot.
I'm sorry it had to be you, Delia. I'd have preferred Donovan or Taffel. I gotta hand it to you, Delia. You're still as pretty as ever. How'd you know I'd be here tonight? Talk to me, Delia, or I might get bored. And if I get bored, I just do what I gotta and go home.
Carl Banks told me that Wingate hired you to kill him. But instead you went to Banks and struck a deal. He'd give you everything you knew about Wingate in exchange for his life.
At the time, Banks thought it was a very generous agreement.
So you went back to Wingate, and he told him there was a new blackmailer on the block. But Wingate was tired of it, I guess. He refused to pay. So you killed him.
I am so ashamed.
Figuring out your next move was easy. You knew there were 5 ball players hiding the same secret. Sure enough, by the time I got there, he'd already demanded $1 million.
And that's when you decided to arrange this little trap. Too bad. I set a trap of my own.
Can you see anything? Can you see her? No, I don't see anything. Down there somewhere. All right, hold this. Hold what? Just hold the stick. Oh, me? Just hold it, Elliot. Relax. You crazy?
Hold it still! I'm trying! Just relax! Come on!
Some people play tennis or golf. Others like to hit a round ball with a long piece of wood. We solve murders. And when a case ends, we three friends like to get together and settle up on our wager. We enjoy this part the best because it's always a time filled with warm feelings and good sportsmanship.
You didn't tell me there was going to be a camera here.
Come on, Donovan. No, I've got to place you in front of the camera here.
Get your hands
Just
up.
speak clearly into the microphone. Relax.
Sneed, I just...
Hold it a minute, Donovan. Hey, Bortnick, come here. There's something I want you to see. It's okay. Bring the prisoners. Come here. Come here, fellas. Right over here. Now, you got to listen to this, okay? Stay right there. Okay. We're ready. You ready? Action.
Oh, wait a minute. Could I have a close-up on his face, please, Earl? Thank you.
Sneed, I just want to say that you are a better cop than I ever was.
Hear that?
I'll take that. Thank you. My baseball cards? Thank you.
Oh, how could they do it? You know what I would have given to become a pro ball player? I mean, how can they cheapen the game with such deceit and dishonesty?
What team did Roberto Clemente play for?
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Why isn't there a P on his calf?
Well,
You just had these printed up. This isn't Roberto Clemente. This is Kyle Banks.
Oh, that wasn't very sporting of you, Elliot, or very bright.
What can I say? I was in a hurry.
Why don't you have him forget about his Roberto Clementes and ask him for his Bob Euchers?
Oh, no. Not that.
Was he better than Roberto Clemente?
Are you kidding? Baseball's big three. Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, and Bob Euchre.
Well, that's good enough for me. Elliot, I'll take all your Bob Euchers.
ooh. Oh, you just had to open your mouth, right?
Thanks. I owe you one.
That's okay. I owe her one.
Okay, what are you up to?
This is just my little way of thanking you for helping me out with Easler. I'm going to give you one more crack at trying to figure out the Langtree special.
You know, Delia, most people, if you'd saved their life, would simply tell you how the card trick is done.
Pick a card. Okay. Put the card back in the deck. Gentlemen, come with me.
If a dove flies out of your pocket, just ignore it.
Don't worry, I'm watching her every move.
Thank you. Now, pay close attention. Gentlemen, your card.
Well, don't look at me. How does she do it?
Believe me, it's better this way. If you knew all the secrets to all the tricks, well, life would be pretty dull, wouldn't it?